Great job here by Steph, right? He gives it up, kind of a wild pass. But what I love about this is after he gives the ball up, that's when I tell everybody he is at his most deadly. Here he is doing a nice little dance for the TV, but that's not what we're here to watch. Kids, I'm not sure for those watching if this is the most fundamental pass, but 2 on the ball, so get off the ball. His options are right here to Kavon. Instead, he throws it way back out. I think it was possibly to Looney. But regardless, what he had was 2 guys on the ball over here in the corner. The minute he gave it up, he decided he wasn't going to stand and watch. He was going to get back in the action. And even more important right here, he's got a great role player in Kevon Looney, a very willing screener. And now what you see is 15 seconds left in the shot clock right here in the Western Conference Finals Game 1. Steph Curry just darting off of a white pin down. We've got nobody guarding the screener, so that means there's nobody extending the screen, discouraging this catch or switching. Actually going to be a pretty good job of Powell by recognizing and jumping to the ball to try to crowd the gap. But again, that's just too late, too much space. Now, if I'm being picky with Draymond, he's got to make himself available here, even though I guess he understands this guy's going to let it fly. Because if a pass did come there, he'd be wide open. 2 guys on the side would probably slot cut somebody and look to drive and kick. But again, elite play, elite shooter, lets it fly, holds his follow-through, which is quite honestly the key to being an outstanding, tough shot maker. What I always tell everybody is if you stay with your shot will stay with you. And what I mean with that is if you hold that follow-through, right, as he's holding this one to the ball, although it goes all the way through the basket, you're going to give yourself a better chance to knock it out. And then, you can test your dance moves, I guess, after that. What a great shot that was. This next one's a pretty fun one as well. We're going to see a little Finland action played in a different way, and then just a great opportunity to square up off of a chase. We'll dial up the situation first here, and then we'll talk about this one. All right. So first thing we've got, slow it down, is what we call a double drag, which is a double ball screen. So Wiggins advances it. He's going to advance off of these 2 ball screens right here. And a lot of times what you see is first one rolls, second one pop. In this case right here, they're going to run what we call Finland action. Igor Kokoshkov, who I worked with at the Suns, has been running this in Europe for a number of years. It's found its way to college now. Alabama runs it. Vanderbilt runs it. Fred Hoiberg runs it over in Nebraska. But essentially what you're going to do now is as your player's coming off of a step-up screen, inside screen, you're going to set a rip screen here, sometimes to fade to the corner, sometimes to the basket, slip out of that ball screen, and it becomes a screen-to-screener action. And in this case, the way Gary's being played because of the miscommunication on this action right here, his player is on the high side. So now as we're approaching to set that screen, great recognition by Steph. He doesn't want to go on screen here and get hung up and then try to fight and wrestle with this player to get to the basketball. What he wants to do is try to stay on the inside. So because the defender is not here on the inside, what he's going to do is continue down his path on the inside. So he runs up to set the screen and then realizes he's got to go, creating more confusion because, again, they're going to look for a switch. There's the miscommunication, allows 1-step separation. Bielitsa with the screen coming right here. If I'm Wiggins, I probably want to drive this away a little bit more even. But a great job of Curry coming off. And then not just coming off the screen, but on the flight of the ball, he's going to get left foot down right here. Heel, toe, explode. He's going to turn all of his sideways momentum into upward momentum with that heel toe element. And then while he doesn't get his right foot all the way around fully square, you can see he's on balance, elevates, and lets go. Man, what a great shot that was. Outstanding read. And a great action as well. A lot of good stuff in that one. There's Clay right there. Here's the cutback, the screen, little gaggle action, and then Again, if you stay with your shot will stay with you. Can't stress that enough. All right, a little fake up to send him through. And then we're going to this ball screen right here and gaggle actions where these two guys are going to kind of circle together. And then usually you've got one coming over the top. The other guy pops back out. There's the cut. Here's the screen. Anticipated hedge right here. They go under 2. And now here's the action on the weak side. So usually this guy is going to curl around and then they're going to bring the next guy off of it. But on this one right here, a little bit of late recognition by Kuminga, but he still cuts, causing confusion. And then Curry's coming off the action here. And at this point right now, when your man gives up the ball, if you're playing defense here, you got to jump to the ball. That's got to be a jump to the ball. A little bit of late recognition. Tough one right here because of this amount of separation that happened. Eventually realizes late contest is a no contest. What you see is tremendous balance. And then, even better, ball's in the air, holding his follow through. Outstanding stuff right there. Knocks it out, holds the follow through all the way to the ball gets through the basket. Great job. All right, we'll watch one more. All right, double stagger, a little different right here, but what a cool action that is. All right, because what you're doing is you're using Steph as the second screener. You've got some anticipated switching, and you're taking an alignment on an earlier action that we just checked out and tweaking it. Right, so you've got the double drag. Now let's just talk about typical basketball. This can be usually a guard. Majority of the time, that's a 5. Least likely switch in the game, biggest potential mismatch. In this particular case, that's not what we're doing here. Typically, what you do is pop this gentleman, roll this gentleman. But instead of doing that, we've got small, small. And so what you see here is screen, anticipated potential switch. There's confusion there. As that happens, first screener goes to a wide pin down. Poole comes off to catch. And now what you've done is set up an opportunity right here for Steph to come off and get square. He's got some good separation at this particular point. Not great awareness on what could be a potential switch there. Emergency situation. And then look at that ability to square and go straight up. I mean, that is exquisite footwork. Exquisite footwork. Got to watch it one more time. Heel, toe, explode. There's the heel. There's the toe. There's the square up. Love it. He tries to get the timing. Had a double. Now, the interesting thing here is the double put down of the right foot. He's trying to get his right foot down as the ball is in the air. And then he likes to plant that inside foot, left, right, square, unbelievable stuff. One of the best shooters to ever do it.